Once again, welcome to you all. This is the sixth lecture in the lecture series of disconnecting and reconnecting of capacitor. Now this is the case 6, in which we have initially two charged capacitor and one is initially uncharged. In case 6, we will connect the three capacitors in parallel, and in the final result we will see what are the charges are present when the steady state will reach. So in case 6 we will see two sub cases, in which one we will connect the positive plate of one capacitor with the positive plate of other capacitor, and in sub case 2 we will see when we will connect the positive plate of one capacitor with the negative plate of the second capacitor. So first we will discuss the sub case 1, then we will discuss the sub case 2. So this is our capacitor C1, this is our capacitor C2, and this is our capacitor C3. Once the three capacitor will be connected in this way with the help of wire, what will happen? Some positive charge from the capacitor having more charges will move to the capacitor having less charges. So let us assume that one positive charge from capacitor C2 move to the capacitor C1, and similarly one negative charge from the capacitor C2 move to the capacitor C1. Due to repulsion they will move, and similarly some positive charge from capacitor C2 will move to the capacitor C3. Let us assume that three positive charge from capacitor C2 move to the capacitor C3. So this plate will acquire positive charge, and similarly these three negative charge will move and they will fall on this plate. So here we can see that all the plates on the tops are having same or like charges, that is positive charge and positive charge, and all the bottom plates of all the three capacitors are having like charges, and in this case all are having the negative charge. Now let us assume that after the steady state reach, the charges on this plate is Q1 dash here minus Q1 dash, on this plate it is Q2 dash, on this plate it is minus Q2 dash, on capacitor C3 it is Q3 dash, and on this plate minus Q3 dash. And the final potential difference across the plate of capacitor 1 is, let us assume, V1 dash, and similarly across the plate 2 and 3 is V2 dash and V3 dash. Now as we know that in parallel combination the potential difference across the plates of the capacitors are same. So V1 dash is equal to V2 dash is equal to V3 dash. And what is V1 dash? V1 dash equal to Q1 dash by C1, and V2 dash is Q2 dash by C2, and V3 dash is Q3 dash by C3. And from charge conservation we can see that Q1 plus Q2 count the charges on 1 and 2, and you will see that this sum of these charges are equal to the charges on the positive plate of all the three capacitors. So this is equal to Q1 dash plus Q2 dash plus Q3 dash. So we have three unknowns, Q1 dash, Q2 dash and Q3 dash, and we have four equations. Let us assume this is our equation number 1. If we will take this 2, this is equation number 2. If we will take this 2, this is equation number 3, and if we will take the extreme 2, then this is our equation number 4. So take any three equation and then solve, and you will get the value of Q1 dash, Q2 dash and Q3 dash. Now let's see the sub case 2. So in this case what will happen? Once we will connect the three capacitors in this way with the help of a wire, first the positive charge on the capacitor 1 will be neutralized by equal amount of negative charges from capacitor 2. they will go and they will neutralize all these positive charges, and similarly all these positive charges will go and they will neutralize all the negative charges here. So at this instant this capacitor is uncharged and this capacitor is charged with less quantity of charges. Now what will happen? Some positive charge from this capacitor will go and they will fall on this plate. Let us assume that two positive charge from this capacitor goes and they fall on this plate. So this plate now will become positive charge. Initially this plate was negative charge, but now this plate will become positive charge, and similarly two negative charge will go and they will fall on this plate. So this plate now will become negative charge which was initially positive charge, and similarly let us assume one negative charge from here will go and they will fall on this plate. So this plate will acquire negative charge, and similarly one positive charge will go and this plate will acquire positive charge. So in this case also you can see that all the plates in one side, either all the top plates or all the bottom plates are having the like charges. In this case all the top plates are negative charge in final situation, or once the steady state reach, and all the bottom plates acquire positive charge. Okay, let us assume that once the steady state is reached, the charges on this capacitor is q1 dash here minus q1 dash here, q2 dash here minus q2 dash here, q3 dash here minus q3 dash, and the potential difference across the plates of capacitor 1 is, let us assume, v1 dash. Across the plates of capacitor 2 the potential difference is v2 dash, and across the plate of capacitor 3 is v3 dash. And again, since the three capacitors are in parallel, the potential difference across the plates will be same, that is v1 dash is equal to v2 dash is equal to v3 dash. And what is v1 dash? q1 dash by c1 equal to q2 dash by c2 equal to q3 dash by c3. And now from charge conservation we can see that q2 minus q1, q2 minus q1, you can count the charges also. q2 minus q1 is equal to q1 dash plus q2 dash plus q3 dash. So we have four equations. Let us assume this is equation number 1. If we take this 2, so this will be equation number 2. If we take this 2, this will be equation number 3. And if we take the extreme one, let us assume this is equation number 4. So we have four equations and we have three unknowns, q1 dash, q2 dash and q3 dash. So if we will solve the three equations, so we will get the value of q1 dash, q2 dash and q3 dash. Thank you.